Finished training for the day? Time to fight post-workout fatigue with Core Power Protein Shakes. They're packed with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle and electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to help your body replenish, rebuild, and repair post-workout so you can power on to the next one. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Visit corepower.com to learn more.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Inexplicably, you wait there for it to be perfect and say okay and pay them and leave. So my worry is that maybe this is a different bra.
No, it was the same bra. Why would I change bras?
I don't know.
This is the plaintiff, Shirley Coleman. She says she brought her once beautiful dress to the defendant's shop for some alterations to the straps so her bra wouldn't show. And she botched the job. She was so embarrassed her bra straps were showing at the wedding she attended, she had to keep her jacket on, and it was 95 degrees that day. The rude and untruthful defendant needs to be taught a lesson in customer service. So she's suing her for $275, the cost to fix her gown, and emotional distress. This is the defendant, Diana. She says she's been in business for 28 years. Thank you very much. And the plaintiff picked up her dress when the alterations were complete, and she was very happy with everything. A week or so later, the plaintiff calls, complaining she had to wear her jacket all night because her bra was showing, and she wanted her to re-alter the dress for free. No way. She's accused of strapping a customer.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Shirley Coleman, you are suing Diana. You've asked Diana's business. You've asked us not to refer to your business name or your last name for $275 for emotional distress, as well as the repair of a gown that, according to you, they repaired in a faulty fashion.
That's correct.
All right. So you bought a dress. Did you buy it there?
Yes, I did.
All right. And this dress was for what event?
My grandson's wedding.
Okay. And what you bought the dress, and you paid how much for the dress?
$179.
Then you decided that you wanted to have the dress altered?
Yes.
All right, and you did it there?
Yes.
How much was the fee?
$100.
And what kind of work did you have done?
I came back after I bought the gown, and the salesperson and the dressmaker fitted the gown, and I had told them that the dress had just thin pieces of cord holding up the dress, and that I couldn't wear a strapless bra. So I wore the bra that I was going to wear at the wedding. And I asked them to, with the material that they cut off from the hem, to make straps just to cover the bra.
Okay.
I have the bra. You can see that the straps are just maybe a little over a ½ inch.
Okay.
So when I came to pick up the gown, the straps were maybe 4 inches wide. The bodice still had to be taken in. It hadn't been taken in enough. The jacket was fine and the hem was fine. And they told me to come back, that they would take care of it. I came back again just before the event, which was going to take place July 6th. And I came back on the 2nd of July, which was a Tuesday.
And how are the straps?
They're still too wide.
So you told them
That I only wanted it as wide as the...
Okay, and then you plan to go back there?
No, I told them I couldn't. This was the 2nd of July. I told them I couldn't come again, and they said they'll do it while I wait.
Okay, and what happens?
In the front, they were still wider than I wanted, but I was tired and it was late, and I accepted it.
Uh-oh.
So the defendant helped me out to my car, holding the dress because I have a cane. I couldn't hold everything for myself. She put the dress in the car, and I drove off.
Okay.
Now, the day of the wedding, my roommate helped me into the gown, zips up the gown, and she says, "Oh, my goodness, Shirley, you're not going to believe this." I said, "What's the matter?" She says, "There's about an inch gap between your bra and the straps." In the back. The front was okay.
Didn't you look at the back?
How can I see the back? She didn't have
I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how. Because no, stop. I'll tell you how.
Okay.
There's a mirror that's 3. Do you have a mirror that has 3 sides?
No.
Mirror.
Okay. You hold a mirror, or you go like this. I mean, there's a lot of ways that people can check to make sure they look good from behind.
She had no 3-way mirror. She never gave me a mirror to look into it.
Wasn't that the whole
and besides
point?
that,
Just a second, ma'am. Wasn't that the whole point? That you wanted her to make straps that would cover your bra.
Yes.
Your complaint is the straps didn't cover the bra.
In the back.
Inexplicably, you wait there for it to be perfect and say okay and pay them and leave. So my worry is that maybe this is a different bra.
No, it was the same bra. Why would I change bras?
I don't know. I don't know. Why would you wait 2 hours to get something perfect and not go like that? That to me is stranger.
I have a handicap that I cannot turn.
So then why would you not have did you ask? Hey,
yes, I did.
Oh, so you actually had the presence of mind to worry about it, but...
No, I didn't. I said, how does it look in the back? And the salesperson said, fine. The defendant was there. She said it looks fine.
Did the straps show when you were there, ma'am?
What is this?
Did the straps show when she left your
I will
place?
give you the whole procedure of
I want the answer to the question I just asked. That's usually what I want when I ask a question, just in case anybody's confused.
No.
Go ahead.
No,
What?
not only doesn't it show, but we put in a lingerie strap underneath, which fixes it that it could never move outside.
Oh, hold on. Because the lingerie strap can work if we're talking about a half an inch, but or a quarter inch. But the lingerie strap won't work if we're talking about 2 inches. You have a picture of...
Yes, I do.
Right. I almost want you to put the dress on. How would you feel about that?
I would if you asked me to.
I kind of want you to.
I have the bra.
Okay. So this is what she's representing, okay? How she looked that day. That's not how she wanted to look that day. That's not what she paid you guys for. She says that this is how she looked that day. What's your answer to that?
Well, when she asks for a wider strap, we take a piece of fabric, we put it over her body, we pin it down where it's supposed to go, and we make it the width that she was asking. She asked for a extremely wide
Okay, tell me
strap.
why I have this.
Why? Because she's wearing a different bra.
Okay.
Definitely a different bra. Absolutely, 100%. And she's probably moving the strap to fit the complaint.
Your Honor?
And the second time that she came in, when we removed the strap,
because the straps are going like this a little bit, right? They are kind of going in. They're not going straight up and down.
Because her bra was not.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a short recess, and we're gonna try it on. I mean, I don't know if this is a different bra, it's not a different bra, but I would like to see how it looks in the bra that she says she wore that day.
All rise.
Okay, I understand the plaintiff is ready. Let's see the unveiling. You are what to her? Son.
It was my son's wedding.
It was your son's wedding. Oh, you look so pretty. You do. You look beautiful.
You have a groom for me?
Okay, wait, Doug. Stay here 1 second. Turn around for me. Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay. That's way out there. will you step around for me? Sure.
And there were no lingerie straps in the back. They never were.
Were there lingerie straps in the front?
Yes,
forgive me for...
Originally, she said she had a very shoestring strap. Would you like to see the original strap?
No, I don't care. I care about this.
Oh, because the original strap was as wide as this. So
I
she
don't
would not
care.
have
You agreed
asked.
to change the strap.
Right,
It doesn't
okay.
matter. So the question
Now,
is,
right.
go ahead.
Now what we do is, when she requests something, we take another piece of fabric, we put it right over her bra.
I have to imagine that. What would be the point of doing this and leaving her bra out?
Why would
So what do you think? The answer is...
That's not the bra she wore. That's not the bra.
But would a bra go like that? Because look at how these...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We get bras that go down to here. Now, I don't understand. I don't know what she did, but there were lingerie straps. And I don't see it. Here it is. But there were lingerie straps on here.
Just one on the front?
No,
or...
there's always one and one.
One and one?
One on. But you see, the lingerie strap is what
you
holds
okay?
it. Right? Is what holds it.
No, but this bra cannot be held by that lingerie strap. It's either that bra or it's not, because that bra, a lingerie strap was not going to fix this problem.
Right.
What I find, okay, everybody back to their spots. I have to tell you that the part that is really racking my brain is that the whole point of being there and waiting, how many hours were you waiting in that dressing room for?
Over an hour.
Over an hour. The whole point is to walk out perfect. This is so far from perfect, I can't tell you. How can no one notice this? If this is the same bra, wouldn't everybody go, well, that doesn't work? I mean, but starting with you, who were the one waiting for that.
That's correct.
Well, that's why I'm just, that's why I'm wondering if it's the same bra.
May I clarify something?
Yeah.
After I bought the gown, they told me to make an appointment and to bring the undergarments. This is not the first time that I've had gowns and I've had straps made from the hem of the dress that, when it was cut off. I wore the same bra each time I came.
So why did you notice it when you waited an hour for that? Why didn't you look to see if that was okay?
I did. I can't turn, they had no three-way mirror. I turned my body.
What is it?
Do you have pictures of your
Not of the inside. The mirror is given to her without her request. It is a large hand mirror. And I saw her with the garment on. The mirror was in her hand. Oh. She checked everything. Everything was approved. The statement that we give her is that she approved of it, customer approved.
Hand it to my bailiff.
Oh.
That's okay. Thank you.
Oh, these are just stamps, Do you have your receipt?
Yes.
Let me see that. When did you pay for the garment? I'm sorry, not the garment. When did you pay for the alterations?
After the alterations. When I took the dress home.
How do you get past saying, yep, all good, and handing the 100?
Your Honor?
Yeah, come on up, son. You want to say something? Because you keep trying to...
You're good, ma'am.
My mother is very particular. Very particular.
So's mine.
Very particular. And my mother is very experienced about having things altered.
Okay.
So she understands.
Do you think that place that's been in business for how long?
28 years.
Okay, doesn't have a mirror for people to see the back?
I haven't seen that store, okay? What my mother has told me is that there was no three-way mirror, there was a flat mirror. But my mother had no reason to think there was anything wrong in the back.
Okay.
The straps in the front were always okay.
You seem like a reasonable man. I want you to look at me. I know that's your mother and you love her and you're doing a great job. Now I want you to look at me.
I'm looking at you.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So does it make any sense that this woman would specifically ask to make sure the bra strap is hidden, but you wouldn't look in the mirror? Does that make any sense to you?
No.
Why?
Because she asked for a result and didn't check to make sure she got it.
Yeah, that is weird, isn't it? What do you think?
I agree.
Anybody disagree with that?
No, I would agree.
So what's going on here? So all of a sudden she's saying the dressmaker screwed up because her bra strap's showing. What do you think?
She could have gained weight.
Hey, it happens, right? Going inside the courtroom.
There's only one purpose for her being there for the last hour, and that is to get the straps right. If it's just as easy for them to sew them here as here, why would they sew them there?
I think that it probably was when they took it in that very last time. That's when the problem happened.
Yeah, except for that, you understand that they're taking the strap and they're going like this to figure out where to put the strap. And so they're putting it right over where the bra is on that day. So isn't it far more likely that maybe this isn't the same bra?
No, Your Honor. If it were a different person,
how would no?
If
it were a different person,
I'm
go ahead,
64 years old. I know my mother. My mother, it was very particular. She was very anxious, making sure all of the items were put aside for the wedding. They were not segregated with
What
other
I don't understand
clothes.
anyway, what she's suing for is just putting the straps where they belong so she can wear it the next time. And you guys said to her, we'll do that, but we'll charge you?
Because that's the third time. And when she made a call 3 weeks later, after she wore it, after she came home, and then she made a call that now she was displeased with the straps again. This is not a thing that we can do all the time. We did not complain about doing it the second time. We did it all over for her.
Is it true that 3 weeks later you call her?
No, I called her the day. They closed
I
on
you
Monday.
called the day of the wedding. I hope you didn't call the day of the wedding.
No, I came back on a Sunday night. They closed on Monday. I called Tuesday.
Do you have phone records that show that?
No, I don't,
Okay,
but you have my word for it. Why would I wait 3 weeks?
Oh, welcome to my world, where
upset.
people tell me all the time, both sides will tell me you have my word for it.
And
how do you know that it was 3 weeks, ma'am?
I asked the girl, the one that manages my store. She was the one that received the call.
Did she talk to you did she tell you that she was distressed about that day, or she didn't talk to you about it at the wedding?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, my God.
My mother had to walk down the processional, the front of the processional. Even with this on, it shows through. Here she is, the matriarch of the family, walking down in front of all these people for her grandson's wedding. They're videotaping it from the back.
Why did the option never come up to put a bra in the dress?
Sometimes it's not good enough. They cannot hold themselves up enough. She needs a full cup bra.
Listen, I got stuff going on here, and they.
It's her choice.
Don't you just have a? I mean, some people may not be
we can
comfortable
do
with
that if they want it, but that was her choice to wear a bra, and we were going to accommodate her with whatever. And we don't play a game with, I want an inch or 2 inches. We actually take fabric and we pin it on the customer, and this is done by the dressmaker. We pin it on the customer, and it was.
Can I ask you a question? Sure. Why would, she's not feeble, okay? This is an important day for her. Why would she switch bras on that day? Why would she do that?
She could have made a mistake and taken the wrong bra. I believe.
To your place.
She could have taken the wrong bra. We make it a point. We never fit anyone. If they need a hem, they will wear the shoes, the undergarments.
I heard you on all that.
Right.
So your theory is that she brought the wrong bra? And on that day didn't realize it?
She could have. And the pictures, and I don't know what the bra that she's
I'll be honest with you, I don't know which of you two. I wish I was a fly on the wall of that place that day. I really do. I really do. Because I don't know if I'm astounded that she doesn't look, which is what you need me to believe. But I could envision a world where you're sick of her, she's been there 3 times. It looks great. I don't know. You don't want the seamstress to have to make it again. The seamstress made him too. But it's just, I know how this is done. It's pinned in the place. That's the part that's.
Your Honor, I assumed that they had measured my bra.
We're done. I am so at a loss how something like this can happen that I am left to deduce that, by the way, you look beautiful. You really do. I mean, I'm sure your grandson was quite pleased and proud.
It looks perfect.
We're done. I'm so at a loss on how this could end up happening that I've got to call it based on what I have in front of me, which is you paying them after it happened. And I just you don't want me to say she could make a mistake on the bra, but you want me to say I'm tired. It's 5. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And based on that, and since the plaintiff is the one with the burden of proof in a case, when you bring a lawsuit, you have the burden of proof. I find that burden has not been met, and I rule in favor of the defendant.
Well, here comes the plaintiff. Here comes the bride, kind of. So it didn't go your way.
No, it didn't, unfortunately. And it just shows that if you lie enough, you can have things go your way. And yes, the front looked fine. I didn't have any mirror. Perhaps I should have asked for one. But
you paid for the job and everything.
But they told me it was fine.
You just took someone's word for it.
Yes, I did.
All right.
I did.
So
and
America wants to know.
Maybe the dressmaker had left.
America wants to know. Will you get it fixed and wear it again? Will you get the back fixed so you can wear it nicely?
If I have an opportunity.
Oh, we can sleep better now. Okay. All right, head right down this way, and good luck with everything. All right, so step on in here. I guess you feel vindicated or satisfied? Or?
Yes, I think that it was just, and I think the lady is going to do it again to someone else, and that's all I can say.
Do what?
She just didn't want to pay for the garment and the alteration. She complained about that, was the only thing she complained about, and I believe she knows how to work this kind of system.
You're saying she actually came in here just to get
She walked with a cane today. She walked with a cane. She did not walk with a cane in the store.
What do you think, Harvey?
Okay, so the plaintiff has the burden of proving her case, and that means just tipping the scales slightly, like 51-49. She didn't do it. That'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Wish you could become a morning person? You know the type, up before the sun, early morning runs, first one to the office with donuts and a smile. How do they do it? Easy. With the new Galaxy Watch 8, sleep tracking and personalized insights from Samsung Health help you improve so you can wake up to a whole new you. One who, dare I say it, skips the snooze? It's possible. Train your sleep with Galaxy Watch 8. Learn more at Samsung.com. Requires compatible Samsung Galaxy phone, Samsung Health app, and Samsung account.
ABC Wednesdays, Shifting Gears is back. He has arisen. Tim Allen and Kat Dennings return in television's #1 new comedy.
What?
With a star-studded premiere including Jenna Elfman, Nancy Travis, and... Hey, buddy! A big home improvement reunion.
Welcome.
Oh, boy.
That guy's a tool.
Shifting Gears, new Wednesdays, 8, 7 Central on ABC, and stream on Hulu.
This is the plaintiff, Raymond Savarino. He says he rented a room in the defendant's house, and 1 month later, out of the clear blue sky, she told him things weren't going to work out, and he had to leave right away. He has no idea why she kicked him out, had no place to go, and was forced to find a hotel room until he could sort things out. Besides that, he prepaid the rent. She won't give it back, and is suing the flaky defendant for $1,374.10, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Becky Mecca. She says the plaintiff stole liquor from the bar area in her house, was a peeping Tom to her neighbor's daughter through the window, and even went pool hopping in the neighbor's pool. Besides that, he had his girlfriend in the room every night he was there, and they had screaming matches all the time. She couldn't take it anymore, told him he needed to leave and doesn't owe the guy a dime. She is accused of changing her mind. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $1,000 for unpaid rent for his girlfriend and loss of work.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff rented a room from the defendant's house, and he says she unceremoniously threw him out. But the defendant says the plaintiff stole liquor and was in nightly fights with his girlfriend. It's the case of fighting their way into court.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Raymond Savarino?
Yes.
You are suing Becky Mecca for $1,374.10 for rent from August and loss of work and hotel charges, all because she, according to you, wrongfully evicted you. You're counterclaiming against him $1,000, also for loss of work, and days that his girlfriend stayed over that you want to charge $25 a day for. Okay, how long were you two roommates? Not roommates, housemates.
About 7 weeks.
Okay, and that's your house?
Yes.
How many rooms do you rent out in your house?
I rent out 2.
So tell me what happened.
Well, Your Honor, I moved in on May 30th. I paid her for the month of June, also for July. I was ahead.
Why were you ahead?
Well, I do construction, and sometimes it gets slow with the cold weather, so I like to have a little cushion just in case if I miss a week or two.
Look at you now. Can't you put that cushion in a bank and be disciplined and not touch it rather than give it to someone?
Well, I had that also.
But you, according to you, you paid your rent in advance for how many months?
Like 3 weeks.
Okay.
And I went to pay her for the end of August, at the end of July, and she said that it's not working out and she wanted me to leave. So instead of having any...
So you never paid her for August?
I paid her $400 for August.
Okay, so you paid her $400 for August. How much was your rent per month?
$650.
So go ahead.
So instead of any kind of confrontation or harassment, I said, okay, fine.
Did she tell you why it wasn't working out?
No, not really. She
Do you have any idea why it wasn't working out?
No, not really, because like I said, every week I was giving her money.
Why wasn't it working out?
Because he was loud, abusive. He had his girlfriend over.
What do you mean by abusive?
He would yell and scream every night at the top of his lungs, on the phone, on my phone, calling his girlfriend. His girlfriend would then call me, waking me up in the middle of the night with my phone ringing. They would be screaming and fighting about God knows what, because that's what they always did. From the minute he moved in, it was like that. My neighbor called me the day he moved in and said, I hear yelling and screaming and somebody on the top of their lungs screaming, and I hear the girl crying, which means she also heard slapping.
Wait, which means no, that doesn't translate into she also heard slapping. Did she say she heard slapping?
Yes, she heard slapping. She heard slapping, and I have witnessed them hitting each other and fighting each other in my home, and that's why I really couldn't take it anymore. He would give me, you know, I have receipts for what he gave me.
Did he pay you $400 for August?
No.
What did he pay you for August?
It was $200 towards August, and I told him.
May I see the receipt that you're looking at? How much was he paid? Was he paying by the week?
He would give me $200.
No. How much is his rent?
It was $750. First of all, he wanted to move in upstairs, and then he saw that downstairs was vacant, and he wanted to move downstairs. Downstairs is bigger. It's $750 downstairs, $650 upstairs.
Okay.
He gave me $650 to move in downstairs. The next day, he gave me $100. That was $750.
That covered the month of June. Okay, I have two different receipts on July 29th. I have one for $200
because he came to me.
You wrote on top of, just a second, ma'am, that you wrote on top of it used to say August when you issued the receipt, and now it says July on it. And then I have another June 29th, which used to also say August, and then it says July. How much do you say you paid for August? I'm sorry.
For August, $400.
Okay. You were, well, did you hear what she had to say about why you were kicked out?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, and?
Her and my girlfriend just didn't get along.
So, if this guy was getting in nightly fights, does the landlord have a right to evict him?
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
She may have feared for her safety. It may have spilled out into the common areas.
But it is a kind of a theoretical thing, right? I mean, fear for her safety, who knows?
Yeah, if you're causing a disruption that's going to make the other people in the building uncomfortable, you got to get rid of that.
Okay, I want to give you guys a hint. What is it about getting in a physical fight that's a deal breaker? When you get in a physical fight with somebody, what could that constitute?
Well, it could bring the police in, and that's very
When you bring the police in, that means somebody committed a what?
a crime.
Yeah, and you can't commit crimes when you got a lease going inside the courtroom.
How often was your girlfriend in there? A lot? Because that's part of your counterclaim.
Like every other weekend. And when I first moved in, I remember.
You signed something that said that if your girlfriend stayed over, you'd pay $25 for each time she stayed. I'm sorry. Does your lease not say that? What I just said?
I don't even know, to tell you the truth.
Whoa, I do.
Oh, I never got a copy of it.
Well, did you sign it?
Yes, I did.
Oh, well then maybe you should make sure you get a copy of what you sign.
True.
And what it says is $25 a day, which is ridiculous, $25 a day for each house guest. Did you ever charge him the $25?
No, because they didn't give me a reason to. This is a countersuit because.
So you had ignored this provision throughout.
I did not ignore it. I said
you didn't enforce it. I mean, right. You didn't enforce it until he sued you.
Things started happening.
Until he sued you. But what he's suing you for? Let's talk about what he's suing you for. He's suing you for August rent. I'll go over the receipts now. Can you give me your copy of the receipts too, so I can make sure we're all looking at the same thing? He's suing you for back rent for 1 week in July, July 24th through July 31st. Why?
Because I was paid up for July and also into August, and I left on the 24th of July, and she wouldn't even give me any of that money. When I asked her for the money.
When you told him he had to go, did you tell him he had to go right then? You're out.
No, I told him he could have a couple days, and he did take a couple days to go.
Well, what kind of notice is that anyway?
Under the circumstances, Your Honor, I went through a lot of things with him and her. There was constant bickering and fighting and screaming and yelling. He stole things out of my bar, liquor totaling $218.
He stole what?
Liquor. He has a drinking problem. And his girlfriend...
How do you know he stole liquor from your cabinet?
Because I know what's in there. I also had Christmas gifts made downstairs that had a little cocoa in it and marshmallows, and then I had Bailey's rum, the little Baileys on them, and he stole all those and drank those.
Just the Baileys, not the Christmas things?
Not the cocoa.
Not the cocoa. Just left the cocoa, took
just
the
the
Bailey's.
alcohol. Okay, and so that forced me to have to buy a lock for the Florida room so I could keep him out of there. I have witnesses.
What day did he move out?
On the 24th.
So, according to you, he's paid up until what day?
He was paid up until the 30th.
Okay, so do you admit that you owe him the rent for that week?
Yes and no.
And what? Go ahead.
Because of I had to buy a lock for the Florida room, minus some of the alcohol that he drank. And I also, he threw it, his girlfriend and him were having a fight. And she told me that this happens all the time. I said, well, why don't you leave him? Well, she said, well, the real reason is because there was a fight in their home where he used to live with her, and her oldest son was they were having a fight, and DYFS was called in. And DYFS was told to stay out, to keep him away from the youngest child. So that's why he moved in with me.
And go on.
I said, then why do you continue to bring your son over here being around this man when you're not supposed to?
What'd she say?
They would be always on outside drinking with the boy in front of them.
How old's the boy?
I think he's 8 or 10.
What's going on? You want to respond to any of this?
I can't believe what I'm hearing, number one. I really have
Were you
nothing
ordered
to
to
say.
stay away from the boy?
No.
Or do you have any domestic violence charges against you?
No, I do not.
Did you steal her alcohol?
No, I did not.
Are these two receipts that you gave him, these are different?
No.
Why are these receipts different?
They're different from the hotel.
Oh, gotcha. So you are suing her for the hotel you had to stay in
Yes.
and also rent.
The 162 for the last week in July.
But then you would be staying for free for several weeks. You can't get both. You have to pick one or the other. You understand?
Okay, June, okay, I understand that.
Okay, she actually has more receipts than you do for you. So we're going to go by hers, which is better for you. And I presume accurate.
Didn't get to finish.
Go ahead.
So on June 29th, he approached me after I given him a receipt for $200, and he said to me, oh, I lost my receipt. Can you please give me another one? I said, fine. And I wrote duplicate receipt on it, as you can see, for the same date.
So your math was off, is what you're telling me on the receipt, so you want me to accurately calculate it, right? Because in other words, you were writing, this is a deposit for August rent when he still owed July. So your receipt was wrong. That's why you then took pens later when you figured yourself out.
Yes, because he would come at me, would say, oh, this is for August. And, and he's all...
Yeah, well, all the more reason to be accurate and figure out your math was wrong.
I know,
All right.
I know.
Okay, now you have a counterclaim against him for $800, right? Mm-hmm. For a girlfriend fee.
Right.
That you never enforced while he was there.
Yes.
But that you're saying now that she stayed how many days? 32 days?
Yeah, I have a calendar of every day she was there.
You were marking it simultaneously with her presence there?
Yes.
Do you see how someone with connected brain cells might not believe you?
In case there was a problem like this.
Okay. On your counterclaim against him, I find it impossible for you to prove the amount that you're proving just by writing little X's on a calendar and find
okay,
zero.
that's fine. I
On
understand.
your claim against her, you're not entitled to your loss of work. You're not entitled to your weeks in a hotel. I do, however, find, based on her receipts, that you prepaid $400 and $162.50 that you weren't allowed to keep. And I am ordering the defendant to pay you back $562.50 verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Here's the defendant right here. What do you think of that?
I think I was done wrong, and I cannot believe it. I think I was done very wrong. I have all the receipts and everything. It's not fair what happened to me today.
Mm-hmm. Why'd you let him rent in the first place?
Because he gave me a story, shall we say, about being there, and
What kind of story?
He said that he got thrown out because he had a fight with his son, his girlfriend's son, and then.
So why were you compelled to say yes to him? You obviously saw something that you were compassionate about? Or?
Yes, because I am a good person deep down inside, and I try to help people, and this is what I get.
Would you do it again?
No.
All right. Head right down there with Officer McIntosh. All right, come on in here. You didn't get everything you sued for, but you did get some back. What are you thinking?
Yeah. I'm somewhat happy. I did get something out of it, which I deserve.
What about all these things she's claiming about you in the courtroom?
Well, she's in fantasy land. In a way, I'm glad to be out of there.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, if a tenant does violate the law in an apartment, the landlord does have grounds to evict that person. In this case, the rent was prepaid, and that's why the plaintiff got the rent back. That'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
How do you top your love for your cat? With a cascade of decadent savory gravy over a mouth-watering mousse pâté. Fancy Feast Gems. 2 gourmet pâtés in one convenient pack. Simply peel and plate to reveal a pyramid shape that makes eating delightful and pamper her with an experience as extraordinary as she is. Turn the everyday into the extraordinary with Fancy Feast Gems.
This is the plaintiff, Ella Artis. She says the defendant, her niece, needed money, and being the good aunt she is, she loaned her some. Now, a year later, her dear niece is taking advantage of her generosity by not paying her back, and that's simply not gonna fly. She's suing for $500, the amount of the unpaid loan. This is the defendant, Patricia Williams. She says her aunt told her they were family and not to worry her little head about paying her back. 3 months later, though, her aunt began to act a little crazy, told everyone in the family she wasn't paying back on a loan, and she was embarrassed, something awful. Bottom line, the money was a gift, not a loan. She's accused of alienating an aunt.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff is suing her niece after getting stiffed on a loan. But the defendant says it was a gift. It's the case of, I hate my nieces to pieces.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Ella
ma'am.
Artis, you are suing Patricia Williams, your niece, for $500 of an unpaid loan that she refuses to pay you. Tell me what happened.
In the fall of 2012, my niece was having financial difficult problems, and she began calling me several times, asking me for a loan because she was getting to be evicted from her apartment. And after several times, I finally decided that I would give her the loan so she and her children wouldn't be evicted from the apartment. And
Did you have her sign anything, or?
No, because I trusted her because she was my niece, and I thought that she would, was going to really do as she said she was going to do, and pay it back. I explained to her the whole situation of if she didn't have the money all at one time, I would be willing to wait and let her pay little by little at a time, like maybe once a month or something like that, once a week, or whatever that she had. And she agreed with it. She told me that she would be able to pay a little at a time, but she wasn't able to pay the whole thing.
Okay.
So I accepted that.
How much did she pay?
Nothing
Oh,
whatsoever.
look at that. All right. And how much time has it been?
It's been a year because this happened back with Hurricane Sandy. That's when I loaned her the money the Saturday after Hurricane Sandy. Okay. I went to the bank when she came to my house, and I withdrew the money from the bank and came back to my house, and I gave it to her.
What's going on?
Good morning, Your Honor, first of all. The story that she's telling is not the whole truth.
Okay.
I've never asked my family members for anything, and it's true at this point I was in a financial situation. I called my aunt up and I spoke to her one time only.
That's all it took. Don't you have a great, put your hand down, please, it's her turn. Don't you have a wonderful aunt? Because apparently one time was all it took, okay?
And I expressed to her my situation the first time on the phone, and she said...
What was your situation?
So, if you have a relative who borrows money from you and they just stiff you and disrespect you, would you sue them?
Yeah, I would. It's my money.
And it's your money, but you may lose the relative. Problem?
They have my money.
Okay, fair enough. What do you think?
Probably not. I think it would be too much of a hassle.
What if it's $1,000?
I don't know that
$5,000?
It might cost
You see what happens? You see? Going inside the courtroom.
My situation is that I was behind in my rent, and I needed $500 to complete what I had owed. Okay. And she says, well, I'm your aunt, come and get it.
Well, what did you called her to tell her about it because you wanted to get it?
Yes.
Right? Okay. And what did you ask her specifically?
I said, I'm in financial trouble. I need $500. And she said, I'm your aunt. Come and get it.
Okay.
I went a couple of days later. I drove out there. We went to the bank. We went to actually 2 banks because she couldn't remember what bank was where or whatever. When she gave me the money, the $500, I said to her, Aunt Ella, I don't know when I'm going to be able to pay you this money back. Her exact words to me was, if I get it back, I get it back. If I don't worry about it. We're family.
Okay, so let me see if I've got this straight because I want to make sure I understand your defense. You tell her, I don't know when I'm going to be able to pay you back, which means that you know it's a loan and not a gift. And her answer to you is, don't sweat it, don't worry about it. If I get it back, I get it back. And if I don't, then I'll just deal with it. So your defense is, hey, she said she'd deal with it. Why is she whining now?
Yeah.
You said you'd deal with it. That's your defense?
That's my
Not it was a gift? Because you know it wasn't a gift because you just stated the phrase, I don't know when I'm going to pay you back. So you always thought it was a loan when you took the money, but you're saying that because there was a time when she was a sweet aunt to you and not only ponied up the money for you, but said, hey, what am I going to do? You know, we're family. If you don't pay, you don't pay. That's your entree to take advantage of your aunt and not pay. That's what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, no, it sounds awful when I put it that way, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right, and that's what you said. When you say to me the phrase, I don't know when I'm going to be able to pay you back, you acknowledge that at the time the money's transferred, it is a loan. That is the only question I have before me. Is it a loan or a gift? Not should you be able to take advantage of the fact that she said she wasn't going to sue you. Oh, what could I do? No. Pay the lady her $500. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Okay.
When the judge says pay the lady, she means it. Step on in here, stand right next to her.
Okay.
Feel bad about the way you treated your aunt?
No, I don't feel bad about the way I treated my aunt because I didn't treat her in a bad way at all. I only went by what she said to me, and even though we're here today at People's Court, I still don't have $500.
It looks like you took advantage of her.
But I didn't.
How is that not the case?
My aunt said to me that because she knew that I was in a financial situation that I was in, if she got the money back, she got it back. If she didn't, she didn't. It's not that I did
So why would she sue you?
You have to ask her.
I will. Right down there.
Sir,
All right, step on in here. Good, good. Was it difficult for you to have to sue your blood?
It was difficult, but she knew that it was a loan. And she knew she was supposed to have paid me the money back. I didn't have the money to loan her, but I did it because she's my niece, and I did not want to see her.
If it was a loan, why would she do this to you?
I have no idea. I really don't have no idea. But I was doing it out the kindness of my heart for my family.
Harvey?
You know, a lot of people wonder about this because this happens all the time in these cases where somebody says it's a gift, somebody says it's a loan, and there's a fight back and forth, and it's he said, she said, or she said, she said, or whatever it is. But the fact is that when money exchanges hands, the person who gets the money, that person, it's presumed that it's a loan, that somebody is not just giving you something. You have to prove with clear evidence that it's a gift.